Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Augusta, Illinois, and JV volleyball to start things off here tonight on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as you are watching Adams Fiber coverage of Southeastern Lady Sons volleyball on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Got Peyton on the camera again tonight. It is the Quincy Notre Dame Raiders in the house for volleyball action this evening. As we said, starting off with the JV contest. We'll have the varsity contest to follow in about 25 minutes or so, as we're right at 6 o'clock and ready to get this one served off as the officials are checking the lineups. Libero coming in for Q&D. Like she's wearing number 15, who I do not have on my JV roster. Southeastern again with just 6 players. We do have Tippy on the bench, but she is down with a knee injury for the season. We're underway. And a kill right off the bat and a side out. For the Raiders. Back to serve is number 10, Intrip. Houston sends that across. Right side. That's number 16, McDowell. Now it's going to go an overpass, but it works out okay for the Suns. It's going to end up falling. The first kill came from Ellie Lavery. And a side out. Tied at 1. Back to serve is Morgan Simmons. Going to be a free ball coming across to the Suns. Simmons going to set middle to Hart. Hart over the block. It's dug up in the back row. Right side, it goes to McDowell. And Inman is going to get the kill for the Suns. They'll lead by 1. Inman gets her first kill of the night. Middle, to the middle, dug by Campbell. Hart now is going to miss-hit that one. And a hitting error results in a side out. We're tied at 2. Back to serve is number 12, Ellie Lavery. Middle. Tipped over and down by Riley Hartz. And another side out. And a kill for Hartz. Back to serve now is Addison Inman, 5'2" sophomore. No freshman on this Southeastern team. Free ball comes across. Shelton is there. Simmons, middle to Hart. Tipped across again. Dug up and to the net it comes, and then into the net. After digging it out was Carly Intrip, the setter, trying to dig it out of the net. The follow through got the net though, and Inman gets the first service point of the match. And that's a block by Riley Hartz. And the Suns lead 5-2. Middle. On the kill was Sadovic. Elise Sadovic. And a side out. Sadovic back to serve now. Middle to Hart. Off the block and down it goes. Another kill for Riley Hart. Her second kill to go along with a block. She'll come back to serve now with her team up 6-3. Back set. McDowell on the attack, and then an overpass. And that was a kill by Morgan Mueller, her first. Another side out for the Raiders. Going back to serve after coming into the contest for the Raiders, going to be number 11, Ava Gammons. Gammons back to serve now. Her team down by 2. Inman got it. Houston's going to send a free ball across. Intrip on the set. A slide and a kill for Cadence Smith. 1 point for Ava Gammons. Houston. Simmons sends it across. Tipped across that time by Mueller. Houston sends it out the back, and a hitting error ties it at 6. 6-6 the score in set number 1. Just really getting underway here with the JV contest. Gammon's the first player to serve 2 straight service points. Blocked and then tipped across. Out of bounds. Houston trying to get it over and around the block. Hits it out of bounds. First time the Raiders have led since 2-1. Nice jump serve. Going down to get it was Inman. Campbell with a pass problem, but Simmons goes to get it. Couldn't get it over the net, though. And it's another point for the Raiders. 4 straight for Ava Gammons, who came off the bench to serve and play back row. The serve. Inman goes down to get it again. Campbell has to take it again. Inman from the back row. It's dug back there. Now here comes a net violation for the Raiders and a side out. Much needed one for the Suns. Sophia Campbell going back to serve now. I thank Peyton Totten for running the camera again tonight. There's a big time serve for attack. And it's a hitting error out of bounds, and we're tied at 8. Sophia Campbell, nice serve and trouble. It's an ace. And they were leaving her a ton of room over on her right side, and she dropped it a little short. Getting over there to get an arm on it was number 9. No. Tipped across there by number 9, Mueller. Gammons driving it home and down on the kill is Cadence Smith, her second kill. And it's tied again at 9. Going back to serve is number 9, Morgan Mueller. An overpass results in Intrip knocking it down. First service point for Morgan Mueller. And it's back to a 1-point lead for QND. Campbell struggles with that one. It's an ace for Mueller. Timeout charge to the Suns. It'll be their first. We'll keep it here. Tell you this game being brought to you by Adams Experts. Looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services? Call Adams Experts in Quincy at 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. And also Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.ronelby.com to check out their inventory. So the first time out of the match called by the Lady Suns as we get ready to go at the Suns down by 2, 11-9. QND starting to be able to flex their muscle just a little bit in the front row. especially with their two middles. Smith is up there currently. And a service error out of the timeout. Brings it to 11-10, and coming back to serve is going to be Aubrey Houston for the Lady Suns. Her team still down by 1. Trouble. Oh, nice job of Intrip to get to that, and then you might have saw Smith dejected after that. She had a pretty good opportunity and then hit it into the net, a hitting error, and Aubrey Houston is going to get her first service point. Tied at 11 now. And again, Cadence Smith, her third kill. Back to serve is the libero. It's tipped across by Inman. Hart with the dig. Inman again from the 10-foot line. Outside. On the attack and the kill is Ellie Lavery, who's back in the front row. She gets the point. It's 13-11. Inman again on the attack. Again, the libero is there. Intrip. And a kill for Elise Sadovic. And another point at the service line. It's 14-11. Houston. Bump set. Inman again. And a little miscommunication between the libero and Lavery. And it is a side out to the Suns. They trail by 2. Going back to serve is going to be number 10, Sarah Shelton. She'll serve from the middle of the floor. Dug up. And now down the line it comes. And again, Campbell struggling with passing. And the kill is off the hand of Ellie Lavery. Her third unofficially. And it's back to Intrip comes back, goes back to serve. Back in the game is number 16, Emma McDowell. She's going to get a chance at the attack here, and she's going to get the kill. Gammons went out for McDowell to come in. Intrip is the server. She gets her first service point. And an ace there for Intrip. The largest lead of the match now at 5, and there's a service error. 17-13. Going back to serve is Morgan Simmons. That drops in. A kill for Ellie Lavery, her fourth, and she goes back to serve once again. Side out back to Q&D. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Players can go back and watch that as Lavery serves it up there. Hart sends it back across. Bump set. And the kill for Morgan Mueller, her second. Lavery gets her first service point. Hart, Simmons, Hart at the 10-foot line, and she sailed it a little long. It's 20-13, timeout charged to the Suns. This game also being brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2025. MTC Communications offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. And Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar, is Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and many of the TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All enjoying some of your favorite cold drinks and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Tonight it is Tuesday. That means it is trivia night at Sports Corner at 124. Wings for $1 tomorrow night. Best wings in town, I'm told. Through the block and down, a kill for Riley Hart. Thursday night is steak night at Sports Corner at 124. 20-14 the score. Addison Inman back to serve for the Suns. Intrip the set. And a kill for Elise Sadovic. Her third, and another side out. Thursday steak night, as I said. You can watch the. If you don't want to watch the homecoming game out at the field, you can watch the Western homecoming game at Sports Corner as well on Saturday. Sadovic gets the point and the ace right there. 22-14 now. And a service error makes it 22-15, and Riley Hart comes back to serve. Intrip sets it to McDowell. And McDowell's going to get the kill. For a second. Gammon's going back to serve again with her team up 23-15. And a service error gives it back to the Suns. Sophia Campbell coming back to serve. She had 2 service points, including an ace in her first service. Drop this one right in the middle. Back set. And down it goes in a hurry. Lavery with the kill. Her third, and she'll go back to serve. It's set point for the Raiders. And Riley Hart struggles with the serve receive. It floated on her a little bit, and that's how set number 1 is going to come to an end. 25-16 the final. The Raiders get the win over the Suns. We'll take a break. We'll be back with set number 2 in just a few minutes. You're watching Adams Fiber coverage of Southeastern Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
When you trust your healthcare needs to MDH, you'll receive the highest quality, compassionate care from our nationally accredited medical departments and award-winning staff. We are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing exceptional care right here in Macomb. We also accept Aetna, HealthLink, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and most other insurance plans for your convenience. McDonough District Hospital, your regional healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, x-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
My name is Kelsey Cunningham. I'm a nurse practitioner with the cardiology department here at McDonough District Hospital. Cardiology is like a big puzzle. A lot of things can be traced back to the heart, and to see somebody in your office at the beginning of the process really down on themselves and, not feeling like their best self, and I think in their mind never really thinking that they're going to recover from that, to fast forward 6 months where they're back doing things they once did. It's the ultimate goal, and I love to see it happen.
Welcome back here to Augusta, Illinois. It's Adams Fiber coverage of Southeastern Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 25-16, Raiders get a set 1 win. We'll clear that off and get ready to go with set 2. Intrip leads us off with the serving. Hart with the service, or hitting air. Intrip will get the service point. It's her 3rd service point. Houston there on serve receive this time. Simmons back out to Hart. Tried again. Tips it over this time. Dug up by Intrip. Bump set is pushed across by Lavery. And not a very hittable set that time for Hart. Intrip will get another service point. Again at Houston. Simmons out to Hart. Dug by McDowell. Nope, that's pushed across by McDowell, excuse me. Suns are going to get it across. Intrip outside. Off the net and down. And kill for Lavery, her 5th. Intrip has served 3 straight to open the set. And she gets an ace there. Fell a little too short for Houston to get to. Houston takes a little step forward this time. Intrip dropped that one about 3 feet past the net. It wasn't a let serve either. Middle. Sadovic sends that one soaring out the back. A side out on the hitting air for the Suns. Morgan Simmons coming back to serve now with her team down 4-1 after the side out. Nice pass, tipped across by McDowell. Middle, Hart, dug up by Intrip. They're out of system. McDowell's going to have to send a free ball across. She will. Bump set over to Inman. It's dug up, pushed outside. Lavery gets the kill, her 6th. And a side out. Going back to serve is Ellie Lavery. She's got 1 service point tonight. Drops that one in short. Hart's there. Pushed across. A couple not so pretty passes there. And that one's driven home by Elise Sadovic, her 4th kill. 2nd service point for Elise Lavery. Now into the front rows, number 9, Morgan Mueller. Free ball. Oh, dropped it short. Good job to come in and dig that up, though. And then there to finish it off after a great pass was Morgan Mueller. She's got her 4th kill. Another point for Lavery, makes it 3. It's 7-1, and another timeout charged to the Lady Suns here in set number 2. If you're just joining us is 25-16 Raiders in set number 1. Game also being brought to you by M&B Furniture. Bushnell's only furniture store is M&B Furniture. They're a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles for everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one. Stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mbfurniturinc.com. That's M, the word and, B, Furniture, INC.com. You can also call them, which might be easier, at 309-772-2111. Lavery back to serve after the timeout. 7-1 to score. Houston. Simmons, Hart from the 10-foot line, drops short. Libero goes down to grab it. Off the block and down. Kill for McDowell. Courtney McDowell gets her third kill. Lavery gets her fourth service point. Hart struggles. Houston gets it. It's going to be punched across by Inman. Punched across by McDowell. Simmons, middle to Hart, tipped across, and it's going to fall. And side out on the kill by Riley Hart, her third. Addison Inman will come back to serve now for Southeastern. And she'll serve it into the net, a service error. 9-2 the score. Going back to serve is the middle for Q&D's fresh soft team, Elise Sadovic. And she's going to get an ace. That's her second service point. It's also her second ace. She's got 4 kills. Shelton on the serve receive from the 10-foot line. Hart drops it in the deep left corner. A kill again for Riley Hart, her fourth. She'll come back to serve now. Her team trails 10-3. Intrip, middle. And a point for Hart on the hitting error by Morgan Mueller. Bump set. Dig by Campbell. Overpass pushed back down by Caden Smith, and then a hitting error again by Mueller. I've never been so happy to have Coach Rigg up here on the stage. 2 in a row would have had me chasing him there. And then a little miss hit on the serve results in a service error and a side out back to the Raiders. Into serve. Going to be number 6, Jocelyn Boyer for the Raiders. Dug by Inman on serve receive. Houston on the attack. It's blocked. Nice job of going down to get that by Sadovic. An attack by Mueller's dug. It's going to be free balled across by Shelton. Intrip tracks down a bad pass. Boyer sends it across. Bump set by Campbell. Free ball by Shelton. But she hit it a little too far out of bounds. Boyer will get the service point. 12-5 the score now. Whoa, what a curve on that ball. A little knuckleball action there, but a good pass by Inman. Outside. Off the net and down. Mueller wasn't happy with the attack, but the result was exactly what you were looking for. Boyer gets the point. It's 13-5. Middle, Shelton blocked down by Smith, and she'll get the block as there was nothing done with it afterwards. That's the first block of the match, amazingly enough. Cadence Smith gets it. Boyer gets her third straight. Tipped across, dug up by Boyer, tipped across by Intrip. Houston is blocked, and it's going to fall. Aubrey Houston gets her first kill of the night. She hit it off the block and down. It's 14-6. Sophia Campbell back to serve. She's the only, well, Riley Hart now has 2. She's the only server for Southeastern in the first set that had 2. Middle. She's not going to get one there as Caden Smith was set up in a huge way. She'll get the kill. And another side out. 15-6. Server coming in is going to be number 1, Leah Turwelp. Turwelp back to serve for the first time tonight. Campbell is there. It's an overpass. Lavery had it. A set that got too far away from the net on a slide for Smith, and she, instead of adjusting to it, tried to hit it anyway and hit it right into the net. It's a side out. Oh, excuse me, Aubrey Houston gets the service point. That was Lavery. It's punched across by Simmons. Back row attack coming from Sadovic. Dug by Campbell. And it's going to be a kill for Sadovic. From the back row, she gets her 5th kill. Caden Smith leaves. Sadovic leaves. Looks like Gammons is going to be playing the middle here, unless they move somebody else around. Let's see what they do here. Nope, will be Gammons in the middle. They get much shorter here with a 16-7 lead. That was Inman getting the kill. And a side out. Shelton serving. And Lavery gets into the net on the follow through. I believe it was either that or Intrip. And it's a point and a side out. Or a point, excuse me, it was already the side out. Shelton serving it up again. Sarah Shelton got her first service point. Outside, Lavery. Off Campbell. And another kill for Lavery. Lavery unofficially has 7 to lead all hitters. McDowell back in. Boyer out. Houston, nice pass. Hart. A little communication problem in the back, and Riley Hart's going to get her 5th kill. Simmons back to serve again. Morgan Simmons has yet to score. She's the only player not to score offensively on a service point for the Suns, and she takes care of that right there. She gets her first. We'll tell you nobody has more than 2. 17-11. A lot of subs in right now, though, for Q&D. You probably will see a lot of communication issues, I would imagine, at this point. Simmons gets another service point. That was a hitting error by McDowell. Free ball sent across. Middle, Hart, and she's going to hit it into the net for a hitting error. Another Mueller coming back in as Turwelp took a seat. McDowell back to serve. No, McDowell is up. Back serving is Lavery, and she's going to get an ace. Lavery has 5 service points. That is her first ace. (19-12) the score. Lavery still serving it up here. Hart. Simmons went to get it. Shelton sends it from the back row. Intrip, middle. Gammons with the kill. She was already celebrating before she it even landed. She knew it was a good hit. Lavery gets the service point, her 6th. Timeout on the floor charged to the Suns. Game also being brought to you, of course, by McDonough District Hospital, their athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center. With 4 locations, 2 in Macomb, 1 in Bushnell, and 1 in Monmouth, provide expert help to area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Very short timeout as it's 20-12 now. Lavery back to serve again. Houston, nice. Well, it looked like it was a nice pass, kind of faltered away. Sent across by Hart. In trip, they're out of system. Bump set. McDowell. Shelton. Inman. Houston sends a free ball across. Lavery's there. Back row attack from Lavery. Dug by Shelton. And it's going to be a kill. Got into the ceiling, and Campbell could not get it. Lavery serving and gets the point. And the kill. She's got 8 kills, 7 service points to lead all servers. Riley Hart. Simmons, quick to Hart, off the block of Gammons, dug up. Intrip tracks it down. Gammons tried to get it across the net, couldn't quite do it. Side out on the hitting error to the Suns. Inman coming back to serve. Number 8, Ellie Miller in the game for the Raiders. She was in earlier, didn't get a chance to talk about her. There's Morgan Mueller, with her 5th kill. And it's 22. Gammons going back to serve again. She served 4 straight in her service earlier. She only needs 3 straight to get a win here in set number 2. Shelton got it. Inman. It's going to be a free ball by Hart. Gammon, and McDowell took it. Smith was blocked by Hart. Outside, Mueller tipped across. Campbell, Shelton. Simmons sends a free ball across. Intrip is there. Bump set. It's going to be Mueller again, and this time it's in the net. So Gammons does not get a point there. 22-14. Riley Hart back to serve. She ticks the nets and is going to get an ace. Riley Hart gets her 3rd service point, 1st ace. 22-15. Right side. Intrip. It was an overpass, actually. An overpass back, driven down by Mueller, dug up by Inman. Outside to Houston. Through the block, and down it goes. Aubrey Houston gets the kill. Her 2nd. 4th service point for Riley Hart, and Suns cut it to 6. Gammons. Intrip tracks it down. It's going to be a free ball by Caden Smith. Inman. Simmons out to Houston, and she mishits it, trying to go down the left line. It's going to be a side out on the hitting error. 23-16, and it looks like Boyer coming back in. Jocelyn Boyer served 3 straight in her 1st service in this set. She did not serve in set 1. Simmons, Shelton pushes it across. Intrip is there. Somebody's got to go get it, and a communication problem results in a side out. Sophia Campbell back to serve with her team still down by 6. Got to get some points here. Campbell serve, drops short. Gammons is there. Intrip back set to Mueller, and that is inbound. Or no, they call it out. I knew it was close. I kind of stopped looking at it for a split second, so I couldn't really say for sure. But it was a hitting error out of bounds. It's 23-18 now. Set middle, Smith. Simmons takes that one away from Campbell. Smith gets another kill. It's match point for the Raiders. 5 kills for Cadence Smith. In to serve now, once again, is going to be Leah Turwelp. Her 2nd service, she did not score in her 1st time at the service line here earlier in set number 2. And that's going to be a let serve, and it's going to be an ace, and that's how this one's going to end. 25-18 the final in set 2. Leah Turwelp gets the service point to end it. So 25-16, 25-18, QND gets the JV win over Southeastern. We'll tell you some stats here, unofficial of course. Libero had 2 service points. Carly Entrup had 6 service points, including 2 aces. Elise Sadovic had 5 kills, 2 service points. Both of those were aces. Cadence Smith did not serve, but she had 5 kills and 1 block. Leah Turwelp had 1 point. It was an ace. Ellie Lavery, the player of the game, she had 8 kills, 7 service points, including 1 ace. Emma McDowell had 3 kills. Morgan Mueller had 5 kills and 2 service points. Included in that was 1 ace. Jocelyn Boyer had 3 service points. Ava Gammons had 4 service points and 1 kill. For the Lady Suns, 2 service points for Morgan Simmons, 3 service points, including an ace for Sophia Campbell. Addison Inman had 1 service point and 2 kills. Aubrey Houston had 1 service point and 2 kills. Sarah Shelton had 1 service point, and Riley Hart was the Southeastern player of the game. 4 service points, including an ace, and 5 kills. Once again, 25-16, 25-18. QND gets the, gets the 2-set victory here in the JV contest. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Adams Fiber coverage of Southeastern sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Varsity match coming your way against QND in just about 25 minutes. We'll see you then.